What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, we have some smaller topics to talk about. And why is it when I start recording, my eye gets something in it? Anyways, we have some smaller topics to talk about, such as the discovery menu getting a brand new revamp very soon in Fortnite, as well as, of course, the FNCS Invitational, but this time, something that got decrypted a little bit earlier this morning, which is going to be a physical product for whoever wins the actual FNCS Invitational competition. So let's just dive into everything you should know, starting off, of course, with the FNCS Invitational, because we are on the brand new FNCS Invitational Legends Landing creative map. Now, something I will mention is that this specific build of the creative map is not the public version right now. Basically, you know how whenever you make a Fortnite map, you have different version numbers, like 1 all the way to, like, I guess, a million, however many different versions you make? Well, the current version is on build 87, and they have been preparing, and they're trying to release publicly the build 88 of their map, which is the one we're currently on, which features a very slight change, aka what got decrypted earlier today, which is none other than, if we run up here real quickly, the FNCS Invitational official trophy. So once you come up here, assuming that you're on the newer build of the game, which by the time this video comes out, this build will probably be live and you'll be able to actually view this for yourself, you can come up here and right at the entrance you can see the official model of the upcoming trophy that will be won by whoever wins the actual FNCS Invitational. And something amazing about this trophy is just how bright it is, right? You thought Discord light mode was bright, thought YouTube light mode, you thought Twitter light mode, you thought any of those light modes are bright? No, you just need a good computer, and then you need to angle your camera properly, and then you just get blinded by this giant, shiny, crystallized trophy. But this is a virtual version of the real-life physical version that will be won at the actual FNCS competition, which I think is super cool, right? Because we're able to see it in-game for ourselves, you know, because we're never going to probably be able to get one of those ourselves unless we compete in the FNCS, and we're able to see, you know, a little teaser video, which should be playing in the background right now, of what the physical version's going to look like. And I think that it's a really cool trophy, right? I think it's really cool to see Epic Games doing a lot more of this stuff again, such as, you know, having whole entire events prepared in person, having little mini events or whatever happening with it, having tons of hype up stuff with in-game challenges, out-of-game challenges, even free rewards and whatnot, both in-game and in real life. So it's super exciting to see Epic Games planning and hyping up the FNCS Invitationals this much. But this does mean, however, that we aren't going to be seeing another encrypted emote or something like that in the original pack file, because of the fact that this was originally encrypted, this update, that means that ruined the chance of one extra file being an emote, which was what people, especially, you know, like people on Twitter or whatnot, had speculated about, because typically the file size matched that of when we ever get like a single icon emote or something in the item shop. So while we still could get more in this current update, it appears that we might get one less than we originally thought we could have gotten, just because of how things were encrypted. But it is still nice to see that Epic Games is doing these little hype up mini things in order to prepare us for the FNCS Invitationals, and I like how they only decrypted this once it got time for the actual blog post and announcement. I mean, like, even though it's decrypted right now, you can't normally see this, right? You have to type in the special map code, you have to find the right map version or whatever in order to go in game and actually see the trophy, because if you go to the currently, like, public version, assuming, you know, by the time I record this YouTube video it's still the public version, there's just a empty box right here, right? It's just, you know, it's just like a rectangle right here out of glass. So it's nice to see that, you know, they are preparing stuff ahead of time and they are getting ready for, you know, the FNCS Invitational, which, believe it or not, it's crazy to think about. It's in under a week, right? There's under like 5 days until the FNCS Invitational takes place, and I'm excited to go there, meet tons of friends and whatnot. So if you see me at the FNCS Invitational, the keyword is red pineapples. I don't know what I'll do, but it's just a keyword, alright? It's just a keyword we thought of. Anyways, of course, it's not the only topic for today's YouTube video, because we have to talk about a side topic, which is the discovery menu getting revamped very soon, or potentially scrapped. And I don't mean scrapped as in they're removing the discovery menu entirely, right? I hope no one got their hopes up there like, yes, no more discovery! Because the discovery menu, as we already know, is here to stay. However, what might be getting scrapped is the new design they've been working on. This new design goes under the experiment name of dynamic tile scaling, and as you can see by the background footage provided by someone over on Twitter, hopefully I put their ad or something in there, you know, to give them credit for showing that clip off or whatnot. They are working on a brand new dynamic scaling system where some tabs can have big icons, right? So it's like, hey, this is what we want you to see right when you go to the discovery menu. And then you have other tabs that kind of have like a nicer, slightly different design, but still similar. It's basically just a slight UI revamp that allows them to resize little tabs or whatnot if they want to. So if they want like a specific tab for an event or something to be super bright and like in your face, they could do that. But where I mean by it might get scrapped is the fact that they originally enabled it for only 10% of players, then they upped it to only being enabled for 40% of all players in Fortnite, and then earlier today, they completely disabled it, right? After enabling it for 40%, they just decided, you know what, nope. Everyone goes back to the old design, whether you had it or not, you're back at that 0% point where nobody has it, right? And typically, whenever they do these experiments, I don't recall a time, at least recently, where they've just yoinked an experiment from everyone, right? They typically do a slow rollout, where it's like 10%, 40%, 80%, 100%, right? They typically roll it out over time. I've never seen them go back on their decision to roll it out. Maybe there was an issue with it, maybe there was a bug or something. Obviously, since it was never fully announced or, you know, anything like that, we aren't able to fully tell what's going on with this, but we do know that right now nobody who plays Fortnite should have access to that new dynamic scaling UI design, and if you do, then I guess just consider yourself insanely lucky. Consider yourself a part of that 0% point, to the point where I guess Epic Games doesn't even think you're a real human. But yeah, other than that, there hasn't really been much going on today, right? It's just kind of been, you know, small topics here and there, them slightly changing some stuff, you know, removing some old hotfixes and stuff that don't really matter anymore because those are built into the game's code or whatnot. So other than that, there really hasn't been much, right? It's just kind of been new trophy in game, a new trophy announced for a physical, like, FNCS collaboration thing, and tons of cool stuff like that. So with that said, I really ain't got much else. Hope you all have a wonderful day. In the comments down below, your comment question of the day is simply going to be, what have you been doing recently? Have you been playing any video games, watching any cool movies or shows or anime or reading anything? I'm just curious what everybody's been up to because, you know, it's like there's a lot of stuff that's been going on recently, both in Fortnite and out of Fortnite. So I'm curious, have you guys been playing Fortnite or have you been doing something else with your free time recently? But with that said, my name's FireMonkey and I'll see you champs and champettes tomorrow with another YouTube video. Peace out.